something never done before on YouTube. This is the story of how I beat every Hypixel minigame, part 1. We begin this journey with a game called Wool Wars. The goal of the game? Eliminate the opposing team and fill in the center with your own respective wool. The first round, my team rushes to the center of the map, eliminates one of the opposing players, and fills in the middle before the red team even has a chance to make an attack. Round 2 goes pretty much the same, as we fill in the center with ease. However, once round 3 arrives, red team has discovered our strategy and goes on the offensive, rushing mid and killing us one by one until all that is left for them to do is fill in the middle, crowning them round 3 winners. But round 4 would be different. We would slay the enemy team, and then we would... Yeah, I fell in the void. Soon, we came upon the realization that this would be the final round. The round that would decide the winner of the game. However, this time, I had a game plan. Instead of going on the offensive and rushing straight to mid, I would stay back and play defensive, bringing down their health with the bow until I could go down and finish them off for good. Once the time came, my teammates and I led the charge as our entire team rushed into battle at once. Not only did I get a kill, but my teammates and I took down the red team and won Wool Wars. Next, I began a great journey. I took on the challenge of beating every single dual game mode, starting with parkour duels. However, parkour duels are not the most exciting thing to watch, so I'll just skip to the end. I have 2 levels left before I finish the entire course. Everyone is behind me, and the finish line is in sight. It quickly dawns on me that I only have 20 seconds left to finish the course. I begin to panic. As I know I only have 15 seconds left, I rush to get to the end as fast as possible. But I make a wrong turn, and that's the end. Fortunately, since I was the furthest ahead when the time ran out, I still got first place, and we win the game. Next, I speedran as many duels as possible, starting with Skywars duels. I instantly rushed into my opponent, ignoring every chest. Then, I splash my fire resistance and prepare to go in for an incredible fight. I go in for the kill. It's gonna be a great fight. Yeah, you stood no chance. On to the next duel. At this point in the fight, my opponent has a huge health advantage, so I launch a few bow shots at him, and then I go in with the sword. I combo him so badly that he begins to run away. I get 3 shots with the sword, and it does 0 damage. Thank you, Hypixel. Now I dodge a few bow shots, and I go in with the sword. I go in, hit him with my sword, and win the game. Next, we have bow duels. Then sumo duels. Where I get completely obliterated, and yeah, it's kind of sad to watch. Funny story, at this point, I'm actually at a 23 losing streak in sumo duels, so that's kind of fun. He almost hits me off the edge. I'm about to die, but I turn it around and knock him off the edge of the map, winning the game. Next is UHC duels. We have a lot of back and forth where he pretty much destroys me, but I eat a golden apple and go in for the kill. Fortunately for me, he never eats during the entire fight, and I take him down. Next is bridge duels. I get my first goal pretty quickly, and then knock him into the void, but I completely lose my opportunity to score, falling into the void. During our next interaction, I do pretty much the same thing, but this time I play it safe, not going for any block clutches. This allows me to jump over his head and make my way into the goal. Round 3, I block clutch all the way across the side of his blocks and into the goal. Then in round 4, I do pretty much the same thing, scoring a goal. Now, in round 5, I run across the bridge ready for a fight. I shoot a bow shot and go in for the kill. Hit him a few times, but he knocks me off. But it doesn't matter. I block clutch. Now, I go up over the bridge and he hits me off, and I don't get so lucky this time as I fall into the void. He's very close to my goal, but I know I need to protect it. I go in for the kill. I hit him a couple more times, and I kill him before he even has a chance to get to my goal. Now, I go in for the attack, placing blocks in front of me. When he tries to jump around, I went down onto the bridge. Now I go over, but he hits me a few times. I knock him off the edge, miss my shot, but it doesn't matter. Now, he's coming in, but he misses his jump. I go through the side, around, make a couple block clutches, and make it into the goal for the bridge duel win. Next is bow spleef duel, then blitz duel. I promise he was not AFK for the whole game. And then OP duel. Then here we have Mega Walls duels, which is pretty weird and insane, I don't know. And then I played combo duels against this one kid who didn't even want to play against me. It was kind of annoying. Like, partway through the game, he just stopped playing because I was destroying him. And he basically just gave up. So I was just like, dude, please keep playing. I need to win this game. So eventually I convinced him to keep playing. We fought for a little bit. And then eventually, his helmet broke. And then his boots broke. And I finished him off. Alright, next we have no debuff duel. And then we have boxing duel. Dude, this guy lagged so bad, it was crazy. Now for the greatest game in all of Minecraft history, other than Bed Wars, Sky Wars. Now there's 3 different Sky Wars game modes: Lucky Block, Insane, and Normal. Ooh, that was a good block clutch. As I was saying. So basically, this is normal mode. In normal mode, you have normal kits, nothing too special, not as good as the insane kits. You have normal stuff, you get like stone swords, iron armor, leather armor, that kind of thing, right? And nothing too special. In insane mode, you just get like the best stuff. You get diamond stuff, sometimes a chance, sometimes prot 4, diamond swords, sometimes fire aspect. And here, I know I don't stand any chance, and somehow he falls in the void. I don't even know, but I'll take it, okay? Now this game, I tower up, this is insane mode, and make a completely necessary water bucket clutch. And then I go in for this kill. And he basically obliterates me. So I run away, tower up, and basically just hide for a little bit because I know I stand no chance in this fight. And the other guy tries to tower up to me and kill me as well. But I knock him off and he gives up after that. So I tower or bridge all the way over to the mid and prepare for a fight. Now there's only 2 other people left other than me, and I see that they're both about to fight each other. So I just stay up and plan to ambush whoever wins the fight. And then they'll be too low that they don't stand a chance. So I pre-gap before the fight, go in, and kill him with ease. Now, this is Lucky Block. It's kind of a mess, but it's really fun. So this guy, I just completely one-shot him because I'm so overpowered at this point in the game. I have Axe that strikes lightning. I have Void Charm, which basically just gives you like floating all the way until you crouch. You'll see an example of it in a minute. So it's just me and 2 other people. I'm pretty stacked. I have 30 golden apples, 5 melons that I can launch. It's, as I said, completely obliterate that person. Now it's just me and 1 other person. I eat a golden apple, and then suddenly, all around me, like TNT blows up. I don't even know. But I use my void charm, and I float all the way back up. And thankfully, I had this item, and I survived, because otherwise I would have been toast by so much. So, I float all the way up to the top of the rocket ship, and then I eventually press crouch, so I can go and land, and I see him. So I do the first thing that anyone would do in the situation, and I launch melons at him. Okay, at this point, he comes in, I crouch. Whenever I crouch, it spawns TNT. And so it's just me and him, 2 minutes remaining. He comes in, I eat a few golden apples, but he gets the element of surprise behind me. But I use a rush pearl and get above him, and somehow he dies first, giving me the victory. Now we have arcade games. So the first arcade game we played is Hypixel Says. Basically, it's a series of minigames. If you get first place in a minigame, you get 3 stars. If you get second place, you get 2. If you get third place, then you get 1. And if you get anything below that, you get 0. And yeah. So in this game, the goal is to shoot as many slimes as possible. Whoever shoots the most slimes obviously gets 3 points. So I got second place in that game, granting me 2 points. This game, everyone else failed. Well, actually, not everyone else. Me and one person won the game, meaning I actually got 3 points in that one. So I'm currently in third. I finished that game, and now I just have to nod. I didn't get anywhere good in that game, unfortunately. Play a song with note blocks. I'm pretty sure in this game everyone gets a point for things like this, but I'm not really certain. So at this point, I'm in third place. There's a lot of people who are doing better than me, and I'm just like kind of worried, right? I don't win that game. I thought it was over, but in this game, I got third, punched for the most punch tall grass, and it wasn't really that good, right? So now I'm still behind by a decent amount, and now I'm in fourth, and I pressed the wrong button, and 4 other people pressed the right button. So now I really think it's over, right? I'm down by 4 points, and I have no shot, right? There's TNT raining on me, but somehow I managed to get second place. Don't ask me how. And then I try to put a book in a jukebox, and I get no points, and it's really sad. Then I get a good score in this game. And now, the final round, jump off the platform. It's all I had to do. And I got first, which won me the game. I'll take it, I guess. Next, Pixel Party. Basically, whatever color block that they say is the block you have to go to before the time runs out. Kind of similar to musical chairs. When the music stops, you just have to be on the color. It's a pretty easy game, but then you have less and less time to get to where you need to be, and eventually it's really hard, and you have to just be at just the right spot at just the right time. So at this point in the game, there's only 3 other players other than me, and it's like you hardly have any time to get to where you need to be. There, someone fell, which helps. Now there's only 3 players left. Color cyan, so everyone's going to survive this round. Some rounds you can tell whether people are going to lose because it's just so hard to not be on the right color or to not be able to get to the color. That one was kind of close. And in this one, like if you fall on this one, it's just sad because there's only 3 colors and they're all right next to each other. And I barely make it onto that one. Now there's only 2 players left other than me. And it's yellow and no one makes it. I fall into the void, but luckily 2 other people also fell in the void because it was just a really hard one. So we tie for first. Alright, the next game. And this is a very weird game. Okay, it's called Galaxy Wars. The goal of the game is if you're an attacker, you're trying to get your droid all the way past all the points and all the way to the end. But if you're a defender, you're trying to prevent the droid from getting all the way to the end before the time runs out. So, I was on the attacking team, and the only way that the droid moves is if one of the attacking players is near it. So, I ran in here, and I threw things at them. I'll be honest, I struggled in this game. So, I was mainly just stayed by the droid and just kept it moving while my teammates carried me to victory. And then right here, we're watching them. We're almost to the end. We're like 70% of the way to the final point. And so, right, I'm using like my blaster, and I don't watch Star Wars, I'll be honest. But I start sniping him, and then I get killed because I was on half a heart. But it's fine. And then here, I get back to our base, and I've never played this game before, and so have no idea where to go. I'm like, why are we even in a rocket ship? So I just start wandering around, and I start going the opposite way that I was supposed to. Like, this is the exit. This is the way that goes towards the last point. It wouldn't even let me through, and I was so confused. And by the time I even got anywhere, the game was over and we won. So our next game was hide and seek. I assume you probably know what hide and seek is, but if you don't, basically you try to hide and not get caught by the seekers. You can morph into blocks, or you can morph into tools, and your goal is to just hide. So I kind of went the little bit cheap way of doing it, and I just became like a diamond pickaxe and went all the way as far as I could into a hay bale. And they couldn't find us, so eventually the seekers just gave up. This is called creeper attack. Your goal is to protect your trader from getting blown up by the creepers and getting attacked by the mobs. So there'll be tons of waves of different mobs, hostile mobs, that try to come in and kill your trader. And so you basically just fight every single one, and then until eventually it blows up your trader. So I found out partway through this game, you can't actually win this game. So you just go through as many waves as possible, I think. So I basically just went through a bunch of waves, and when we lost, I just decided that it counted as a win. Because, I mean, also I got top player for my team. Yeah, it counts. Because technically you can't really win the game, because you have to, it's like, you just go until you lose. There's no win. So, yeah, we went through tons of waves. And throughout the game, you can also buy things from your trader. So I bought diamond armor, iron sword, enchanted bow. But then right here, there's so many mobs, and I'm just worried about protecting our villager. And a bunch of creepers come in, I die, and our villager gets blown up, and the game ends. But I count that as a win. I got first place on my team, and yeah. Next game, capture the wool. It's complicated, and my team carried me. So that's basically it. This is farm hunt, basically like hide and seek, except you morph into an animal, and then you run around trying not to get hit by the seekers. And I was chosen to be a seeker, so I was just going around punching any animals that I saw. And then, all of a sudden, I just looked to the side, and there was just a chicken sprinting away from one of the other seekers. So I started chasing it, but they're way faster. So I just launched a couple bow shots, and I nailed him. Beautiful shot. Right here at the end, there's only one left. I'm looking around, and one of the other seekers gets the final animal, and we win. GG's. Okay, so there's sort of a funny story for this next game. Basically, it's a game called Throwout. And it's really hard to queue into because like no one ever plays it. And I finally got into it, did really well, got 13 kills, first place, and I forgot to record. So I just took a screenshot. Okay, so next we have soccer. Okay, I understand it's technically called football, but I'm an American. Okay. Oh, look at that goal. Oh, it's so beautiful. Okay. Thank you. So I'm actually really bad at soccer in real life, so I was kind of worried that I would have trouble with this game. It was kind of the opposite. I actually did great. I got 2 goals. I don't even know. And I would explain to you what soccer is, but if you do not know what soccer is, you've either been living under a rock your whole life, or I can't even think of any other explanation. Yeah, that's basically it. It's the only plausible explanation. But yeah, there's my second goal. I carried my team to victory. Yeah, that's soccer. And then next, we played Blocking Dead, which is basically just a zombie apocalypse simulation. You collect items, and then you try to survive the zombie apocalypse until you get saved by a helicopter. So I got some pretty decent stuff throughout the game, and I'm getting completely bombarded by zombies. They're everywhere. But they're actually really slow in the water, and if you hit them in the head, they're literally one-shots. So I just sat there and just kind of obliterated all of them. And then eventually in the game, there's a rescue. And so it tells you where you need to go to be able to get rescued by the helicopter. And so in this particular game, the place we needed to go was the police station. So I started heading towards the police station, and there was no zombies anywhere. I don't know where where all the zombies went, but I'm not gonna complain, I guess. So I got to the police station, went inside, and I found such a good spot to camp out. And then I realized the one fatal flaw that baby zombies could get through. So that baby zombie scared me a little bit. That one just completely ignored me. But yeah, so I just sniped all the zombies who came past with my shotgun and my pistol. And yeah, it was a pretty easy game. 10 seconds left. And yeah, we won the game. Next is party games. It's very similar to Hypixel Says. Basically, it's just a bunch of mini games. If you get first place, you get 3 stars. Second place, you get 2 stars. Third place, you get 1 star. And so, for this first mini game, your goal is to shoot whatever color you were assigned. And if you hit it, the wool, then you get your minecart goes slightly faster. I didn't do the greatest, but I did actually end up getting 3rd place in the end. So it turned out pretty well for me. Also, the game before this, which I don't know if I forgot to I didn't include it in the video. I must have forgotten to record it. But I also got 1st place in that one, which helped. So I was already at 3 stars at the beginning of this game. And then, since I got 3rd place in this game, I got 1 star. So now I'm at 4 stars. This game is called Avalanche. You just basically hide under the wooden slabs and try not to get hit by the snow that comes down. And then eventually PvP gets enabled, and you can knock people out from under it. Yeah, at this point, PvP turns on, and people start hitting each other, and it gets really annoying. But I did somehow survive this round, which is pretty nice. So I came over here, I knock him out, and the 3 of us survive. Right. So then I come over to this one, but this one's kind of funny because we're all hitting each other. None of us are really under the platform, and somehow we all survive. I'll take it, I guess. And then in the end, we all got hit, and I somehow got 1st because the game really likes me, I guess. Okay, this game is called Trampolino. Basically, your goal is to get as many points as possible by hitting the little point things that are in the air. Green is 1 point. Yellow is 3 points, and red is like 5 or 10. You can hit the boosters and they launch you up in the air so that you can land on the red ones. I was doing pretty well. I was in 1st place by a decent amount. And I got another one, and I got 1st place in that game, granting me another 3 points. Now this is a fun game. Basically, the goal of this game is to bring all of the pigs into your own little pit. And I don't know why. I'm really good at launching small animals into a pit. It's one of my skills. I don't know why. But at this point in the game, I'm like in 2nd place, not really going that great. But then I start making a comeback. I start fishing in so many. Now I'm at 5. Yeah, I just started doing really well. And they activated Super Bacon. I don't even know what that is, but it basically puts a little ring around it. But yeah, I won that game. Got another 3 stars. This game is just a maze where there's spiders that try to kill you, but I didn't run into any spiders during my entire run, which was pretty fortunate. So I basically just ran the maze, figured out very fast, because you can see where the center is. And I got 1st place in this game as well, so I got another 3 points. And then we get to the floor is lava, which is just basically a lava parkour. Your goal is to get to the end. And I failed so many times. It was kind of sad, but eventually I got through the first section of it. Someone's already finished at this point. And I go all the way through. Reach the end. And I got second place. Or maybe it's third place. Never mind. Now this game is called Anvil Spleef. Basically, your goal is to not have an anvil hit your head and not get spleefed by an anvil by having it hit the ground right next to you and breaking the ground under you, right? I've always been pretty good at this game, and luckily for me, I mean, it didn't really matter. I was up by like six stars at this point, and it was the final round. But the person who was in second place to me, he disconnected. So at this point in the game, I already had a guaranteed win. And I wanted the game again, got another 3 stars, and completed party games. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will release part 2 soon. I put tons of time and effort into recording and editing this video. So if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. 3 of my friends and I officially began a subscriber race. First to 100 subscribers wins. However, with 3 of us beginning our channels just this month, AShock421 began his channel over a year ago and has a 37 subscriber head start. So if you would like to help support a small channel and help me win the subscriber war, please consider subscribing. It helps me out a ton. Thanks for watching.